Yeah, hello students and the viewers. Today our topic is past perfect continuous tense. Okay, we already completed our past perfect and the various uses, past continuous also, various uses of past continuous and simple past. Okay, all the three tenses, four past tenses are there. Three tenses we already completed. Now today is our past perfect continuous. Now let us see what is past perfect continuous. First of all, observe the definition. The definition is, it refers to the action, past perfect continuous definition, it refers to the action which had been going on for some time or for some specific time in the past. यानी कोई भी काम बीता हुआ समय में कुछ निर्दिष्ट यानी कुछ सर्टेन टाइम के लिए या कुछ टाइम के लिए वो काम जारी था. इट इज़ नॉट रिलेटेड टू द प्रेजेंट टाइम. वर्तमान समय से उसका कोई लेना देना नहीं है. ओके, दैट इज कॉल्ड पास्ट परफेक्ट कॉन्टिन्यूस. ओके, एनी वर्क दैट हैड स्टार्टेड अर्लियर एंड दैट हैड बीन फिनिश्ड ऑल्सो अर्लियर. प्रेजेंट टाइम इज नॉट इन्वॉल्व्ड. प्रेजेंट टाइम इन्वॉल्व कहाँ पे होता है? प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट कॉन्टिन्यूस में. ओके, 10 साल 15 साल 20 साल पहले आप आए थे नोएडा या दिल्ली, तब से लेके अभी तक आप दिल्ली या नोएडा रहे हो. दैट इज कॉल्ड प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट कॉन्टिन्यूस. ओके, इससे पहले सपोज आप नोएडा अभी रह रहे हो, इससे पहले आप कहाँ थे? गांव में. नहीं तो आप दिल्ली में रह रहे थे कहीं पे, ये और किसी भी सिटी में कहीं रह रहे थे. तो दैट आइडेंटिटीज हम रहे थे. सी द डिफरेंस. हम रहे हैं, दैट इज प्रेजेंट टाइम इज इन्वॉल्व्ड. रहे थे. नाउ यू आर नॉट लिविंग देयर. इससे पहले आप दिल्ली रहते थे, 10 साल तक वहाँ पे रुके. ठीक है, तो वेयर डिड यू लिव अर्लियर? ये है वेयर डिड यू लिव अर्लियर. सिंपल पास्ट इज द सब्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ पास्ट परफेक्ट कॉन्टिन्यूस. रिमेंबर, तो हम क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है, कहाँ रहते थे इससे पहले? तो वी हैड बीन लिविंग इन दिल्ली फॉर 10 years. दैट इज योर आंसर. वी हैड बीन लिविंग इन दिल्ली फॉर 10 years. बट प्रेजेंट टाइम में क्या होता है? वी यूज सिंपल पास्ट. वी लिव्ड इन दिल्ली फॉर 10 years. प्रेजेंट टाइम से कोई मतलब नहीं है. तो सिंपल पास्ट इज द सब्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ पास्ट परफेक्ट. वो भी मैंने सिंपल पास्ट टेंस जब पढ़ाया था उसमें बताया था कि सिंपल पास्ट इज द सब्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ पास्ट परफेक्ट कॉन्टिन्यूस. आपका ड्यूरेशन मिल रहा है 10 साल, तो सिंपल पास्ट में कैसे आ गया? बट प्रेजेंट टाइम वी आर यूजिंग इट. क्वेश्चन इज ऑल्सो दे आर लाइक दैट. वेयर डिड यू लिव अर्लियर? तो वी लिव्ड इन दिल्ली. हाउ लॉन्ग? वी लिव्ड देयर फॉर 10 years. डिड यू डू एनी जॉब? या आई डिड ए जॉब इन अ कंपनी फॉर 3 years. आई लेफ्ट इट. ओके, यू आर यूजिंग ऑल सिंपल पास्ट. इट इज नाउ ए डेज इट इज एप्लीकेबल. आप कर सकते हो. ओके, नो रॉन्ग, नो मिस्टेक. Question is also there, where did you do the job earlier? Had you been doing the job earlier? ऐसा कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछते हैं. Simple past is the and your answer is also in simple past. Where did you live earlier? We lived in my hometown, in our hometown. How long? So we had been living in my hometown for many years. We lived in my hometown for many years. Thereafter I left my hometown. The family came to Delhi, Noida. Since then we have been living here. जब आप आए हो इससे पहले कहाँ रहते थे? गांव में या और कहीं पे? That goes to your past perfect continuous. But you can use simple past. Okay, आप simple past का इस्तेमाल कर सकते हो. Understood or not? You are using the duration also because you are telling it says as the duration. If you are using past perfect continuous, then you have to follow this rule. See. Past perfect continuous. In our written English we use it. Written English में ये use होता है, but in common spoken English we take the help of simple past. Okay. Written English में क्या है? देखो, past perfect continuous. What is the rule? Subject plus had been plus MB1 plus ing. Every continuous tense we use ing form of the verb. तो MB1 plus ing plus object plus since oblique for plus adverb. Okay, maybe adverb phrase or adverb is there. Now see, the sentence is, I had been living in my hometown for many years. where did you live earlier? Where did you live earlier? So you can use I lived in my hometown. That as per the question is concerned, your answer is also like that. Simple past question, simple past answer. Where did you live earlier? So I lived in my hometown. How long did you live there? I lived for many years, for 10 years, 15 years. Okay, that is your simple past tense. Now solution is the replacement of past perfect continuous. Okay, yes, past perfect, really that answer should be in past perfect continuous. ये past perfect continuous का answer है, but you are using simple past. Interviewer is asking, did you do any job earlier? Do you have any experience? Yes sir, I did a job. I did a job for 3 years, 2 years. Duration is there. I had been doing a job, ये old traditional English है, nowadays it is not applicable, okay. I did a job for 3 years. Yeah, where did you do it? I did it in Gurgaon or any other place, Bengaluru, any other place where you are using. I did the job for 3 years. This is shortcut English. Okay, I had been doing, we had been living. Yes, sir, nowadays it doesn't work. Okay, so this thing is there. The present perfect, simple past is the substitute of past perfect continuous. Here the sentence is, I had been living in my hometown for many years. के बदले में क्या लिखोगे आप? I lived, this is second form. Live, second form, lived. Where did you live earlier? I lived. I lived. Yes, see, as I was telling you, nowadays we are not at all using past perfect continuous, remember. Neither in written English nor in spoken English. खत्म कर दिया इसको. Past perfect continuous. In bookish language, in newspaper, sometimes we get this type of sentences, but mostly we don't get. Okay, with the passage of time, so many things have been changed. Now we are in a changing world. Okay, we are not using future perfect continuous. We are even not using future perfect, simple future, future continuous. In past tenses, we are using simple past, past continuous, sometimes past perfect also, before after situation. Complex sentences we use past perfect. Otherwise we don't use past perfect in simple sentences. Okay, we use simple past. But here in past perfect continuous, what happens? See the sentence, I had been living or we had been living in our hometown for many years. Okay, this sentence nowadays, now in present time, question is there, where did you live earlier? So you know that you lived for more times for some years, but you should not use I had been living. What should be the right answer? We lived or I lived in my hometown. Earlier I lived in my hometown. For how long? So for many years I lived there. Okay, that is the answer in the present time. Means simple past, the replacement of past perfect continuous, and it is also the replacement of past perfect. Simple sentences, not complex. Complex we use the past perfect and simple past, combination is there. In the previous video, in the previous class, you might have observed uses of before, after, isn't it? Before, after. So you can answer in a complex sentence, you can make a complex sentence, but here the only simple sentence is there. You can use, if you want to make a complex sentence, अगर आप इसको complex में बदलना चाहते हो कि I want to use complex sentence, this sentence you can use in a complex. How? We had been living, we lived there, we lived, we had lived. Which tense? Past perfect?
Past perfect. Yes.
Before, we lived for many years in our hometown, before we came to Noida, before we came to Delhi. यानी दिल्ली आने से पहले हम कहाँ रहते थे? गाँव में, for many years. That goes to the complex sentence. But in common sentence we don't use complex sentence. जैसे क्वेश्चन पूछते उसी according you are giving the answer, short answer. That is easy, so you can give the short answer. Okay, if any question comes in past perfect duration, the author, the interviewer wants to know the duration, then easily you can use simple past and for you can use. Even since thereafter you can show the duration. Since लगा कि आपको duration show करना किस from which year to which year. Okay, since 2015, since 2010 till 2020, 10 years हो गया. till लगा दिया आपने, till 2010, 2010 से लेके 2020 तक. अभी कौन सी 2026, 6 साल पहले वो हो गया काम. 6 years बिफोर ये ड्यूरेशन, प्रेजेंट टाइम इज नॉट इन्वॉल्व. ओके, सपोज 6 साल पहले आप कहाँ रहते थे? गांव में. कब से कब तक? 2015 से लेके 2015 टिल 2025. तो अगर 10 years या 20 years, that depends on you. You can tell the duration, only duration, then use for. If you want to use since, then time से लेके that before that time. Suppose as I am telling you कि 6 years before you came to Noida. 6 years before you came to Noida. Try to understand the thing in the right way. 6 साल से लेके आप तक यहीं पे रह रहे हो, तो which tense? Which tense? It will be present perfect continuous. क्योंकि you came here 6 years before. कब? 2020 में आए. इससे पहले आप कहाँ रहते थे? गांव में. ओके, तो we lived in our hometown for many years. अगर 10 साल रहते थे गांव में पहले, तो that will be for 10 years. Means present time is not involved. Okay, present time is not involved. तो since 2000, मान लो 10 साल, तो since 2010 till 2020. Since 2010 till 2020. तो इतने since फिर पर ना लगे, shortcut you can use for 10 years. Before that I lived, okay, in my hometown for 10 years. Thereafter the family shifted to Noida or Delhi. Since then we have been living here. Since then, माने तब से we have been living here. This is the thing. A little tricky, but you can, if you observe the situation, then you can use it. कि where to use had been, where to use have been. If present work is involved, suppose you are doing a job now, so and you are facing an interview. The interviewer is asking you, are you do you have any experience in this line? Yes sir, I am having the experience. I have been doing a job. I have been doing a job in a company. Means you are experienced. Thereafter you can use, the interviewer may ask you for how long. Then I have been doing the job for 3 years. Before that I did another job. I have done another job. नहीं, गलती से ना present perfect, ना present perfect continuous. I did a job in another company for 2 years. Okay, I left it, but at presently I have been doing a job in the company. Means still you are doing a job in another company. Still you are doing. So when the present time is involved, अगर present time आपका साथ है, involved है, तो आप कौन सी tense? Present perfect continuous. Remember the rules. First of all, you need to understand the situation. Situation को understand करना ये ज़्यादा जरूरी है. If it is clear, then accordingly you can use the rules of the tenses. नहीं तो गलत बोलने से कोई फायदा तो नहीं है. Impression will be bad. You want to tell something, but your tense rules, if you apply the wrong tense rules, then impression will be bad. So that's why follow, understand first, and thereafter you use this. As I am showing you the difference clearly. Past perfect continuous tense में present का कोई nothing is there in present. वो पहले हो चुका था, पहले हो रहा था, जो भी काम चल रहा था. And present time, present perfect continuous means present time is involved. अभी का जो टाइम है ये involved है. Here is the difference in between present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous. Remember one thing, past perfect continuous we use simple past. Okay, in your question also you can ask to anybody any question. How long did you do the job there? You can put the question. I did the job for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever you can use. Okay, interviewer, even if the interviewer is asking any question, you can answer easily. Forget your past perfect continuous rules. You use simple past rules. Okay, I think it's clear now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.